Hello people, ignore the background, can't bother green screening today. We're going to do a bit of a review on one of these things. I'm sure if you're a bloke you'll have seen these online on stuff like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or anywhere where you get little ads, which is why my hair's an absolute mess at the moment. I bought this February 13th, or should I ordered it on February 13th because the website was doing a offer, like a Valentine's Day offer, like get your bloke one of these, he'll really approve of it kind of thing. So I've seen it online, I've been looking at them online for quite a while. It came about 3 weeks after, so I've only had it like this now, 2/3 of the way through March. I've had it like a couple of weeks now. I'll say it's the Trim Pod 2 by GROOM. It says there, GROOM. Yeah. I thought, I'd kind of do a bit of a little review, so to speak, on what it is. Normally this retails for, I think it's $89.99. I said with this Valentine's Day, I think it lasted a week, not just a few hours or whatever. I think it was down to $59.99, which is a pretty decent price. The skull shave one is like best part of £100. So it's quite a chunky bit cheaper than that. And this is basically what you get in. You get your little book about it. You get, we'll try and show you this in some sort of order. You get a USB charge and a little charge port. Charges by that little thing there, which I think was quite cool because you can just have that like on a desk or shelf or wherever in your bedroom or something. You can just whack it on and off. There's no major hassle about it. You get a triple foil. You get a clipper set. I mean, all these are individually wrapped as well, like they're all sealed, and I think you get like a shaver type attachment. You get like a nose and ear one, and then to go with your clipper, you get 3 or 4 little clip heads, and then when it's not in use and not being charged, you even get a little protective cover and a little brush to clean it out with. So I think that's quite decent to get all that stuff in it. Put all that away. So you get quite a bit of stuff with it. Comes fairly well wrapped, and that breaking everything. And the actual thing itself, I mean, it's got the 7 there, and they are kind of, it does pivot and rotate, and they're kind of like a floating thing. I haven't figured out how to open it yet. I think, yeah, you twist something, I'm not entirely sure. Comes, the little on-off button is just there. It's a tiny little thing, and you've got a logo, like a spinny LED thing. And obviously you can either hold it like that, or I think you can't really hold it like that, like you can with some others. But yeah, I mean, because obviously normally, as you know, I have my Mohawks, But you know, my hair is getting a little bit to the point where I can't really work them properly anymore. So you know, we are getting rid, unfortunately, after the best part of 20 years. I think it'll be 20 years either this year or next year. So yeah, you know, it's not brilliantly made. It's fairly sturdy, fairly sturdily made. It's not cheaply made. It seems to be well made. So what I will do, well, cutting my hair at the weekend. It is Friday night, 11:15 at night. We're going to do my hair possibly Saturday or Sunday, and then I will do this thing and see how well it goes, and then come back maybe Sunday night at the latest, hopefully, and do a bit of a follow-up review. Like I say, it comes. The box it came in was quite well packaged. This looks quite nicely and nicely presented. It says new. I think there's about 3 or 4 different versions of these that you can buy online. Yeah, what you can do with this one, I don't know if the skull shaver one does, but when you go on the GROOM website, you can buy a hygiene subscription, which I think is £20 a month or £24 a month or something, and every so often they send you replacement blades, not just actual blades, but the actual entire 7 head thing. They send you that entire thing, what, 1 or 2 every month or something, because you know they're saying I can obviously to clean it each time you use it, but also saying as you use it, it's going to get less and less sharp, like more blunt. So you can buy a hygiene pack where they will send you replacements. I don't know if it sends you the replacement clipper setting or the 3-head one as well. I just know it definitely does the 7-head one. And I think that's either £20 or £24 a month. I think, or every couple of months or something. I can't remember. I will link the website in the description, which I'm going to try and fill out a little bit more often and then a little bit more detail, because apparently that's good for the algorithm. Excuse me. So yeah, you know, it's I'll put that out there. We are going to try some new things for the website, I think. I've updated my border and created a few little colour things. I hope you've enjoyed it. Anyway, I will see you all in the other part in a couple of days, but for you it will be a little transition thing, and I'll be back.
Day 2.
Okay, welcome back after that little intermission. As you can see, we have had my hair being done. Mum clipped it with just a normal pair of hairdressing clippers, and then I got the green thing going on. The battery isn't great on it. You can tell it's only a cheaper model and not the proper skull shaver one, because the battery, literally, it was charged to 100 before, and it took, I think it was 1 or 2 charges to actually do all my head to a decent smoothness. I mean, it's starting to go back a little bit now, got a little bit of stubble, but it took 2 charges to 1 or 2 charges to do it. You can tell it's not as powerful because the way the motor spins, it just seems to struggle when the battery starts to run out, and it runs out quite fast, literally within 5 minutes. It was down from 100% down to like 80 odd. So yeah, it's not quite as good as what it could be. It does a good job. Once it's fully charged, it did get my hair right down to smooth almost. So this is now the new me, unfortunately. I've not tried any attachments yet, other than the protector and obviously the charger. It's literally the charger is literally just a little, say as you saw, just a little dish that you just put it on top of and it charges, and when it's fully charged, because it spins round and increases the number as it charges. You just lift it off and it stops charging, and then you can put the protective case on it and turn it the right way up. I've not figured out how to release the shaver head yet. I can take the shaver head off from the actual battery motor part, but I've not figured out how to open up the shaver so I can clean it after each time. So I'm going to have to read the instructions on that. Normally, you can figure these things out without instructions because they're fairly simple, but I haven't quite figured this one out yet, so I shall be referring to the instruction book on this one. What else can I say about it? I say it does a good little job. It's nothing special. Like I say, it's not. You can tell it's only a cheap one and not a decent high priced one. But then cheap and cheerful can quite often do the job. Yeah, I don't think there's really much else to say other than say it does the job. I will use it again in a couple of days, maybe like 3-4 days time. Once the stubble starts to grow back a little bit more, and hopefully then it won't take quite as much battery power out of it. Apparently you can use it wet, but I don't really want to risk doing that just in case that's just an advertising thing that you can't really do, as quite often these things have. But you can put like your shaving foam or shaving gel or whatever on and do it like that. But I don't really want to risk doing that because it's going to clog up the blades, I'd have thought. I might subscribe to that hygiene pack I was telling you about. Certainly will if I can't figure out how to open the blades. Because that way I can just kind of shake it off and then replace it with a new one. And that's about it, I think. It's only been a couple of minutes this time round, 5 minutes coming up to, so I shall leave it here. Hope you found this interesting. Like I say, if it's just a budget one you're after, this is probably going to be your best option. Would it be worth investing in a more expensive one? Possibly, if the motor is better. If not, this will do the job fine. It will just take a little bit longer to do because of the charging. It charges pretty fast. It charges in like half an hour or so, if that. So that's nothing to worry about. Yeah, and I'll see you all in another video, I think. Take care of each other. Bye.